Hey, what's up guys, my name is Ramen or Big Elephant, and today we're going to be building against these pros once again. So the first theme that we got was Island, and Island is definitely a very overused and overplayed theme. So instead of going with my usual Island, copy-paste everything, I decided to challenge myself and do everything by hand except for the grass, which I just used the fill tool because that's just a waste of time if you don't do it like that. But yeah, I decided to challenge myself like this, and I definitely do regret doing that because I could have won if I didn't. But that's beside the point, because I want to first of all get into how this event is going to work. So for the winners of this event, I am going to be giving you guys a shout out because I am, not really capable of actually giving you any prizes right now. But you guys will get a shout out, and there will be a winner for this event. So how it's going to work is the first place is going to be getting 3 points for every game, and the second place gets 2 points, and the third place gets 1 point. And whoever has the most points at the end will win the event. Now, there's actually going to be 3 games that we're going to be playing, and there will not be super votes allowed, although I sort of break this rule at the end, but you know what, I'm hosting the event, so I'm technically allowed to do that. But yeah, that's pretty much just the basics of this event, so back to the build, I guess. So I guess since I'm building palm trees, I'm going to quickly talk to you guys about palm trees. Palm trees are very cool, and they're very useful for building things like islands or beaches or stuff like that. But one big thing about palm trees that people sometimes don't do is add the leaves that go up as well. Many times people just add the 4 big leaves that go down and they just leave it at that. And the reason I add the leaves that go up is because it takes up so much more space, it's more realistic, and it just looks so much more majestic. Like, you can literally replace structures with trees. Like, my build looks like it took so much longer or so much more time just because I had the palm trees than if I added small little twigs that came out of the ground. So that aside, I'm now building a ship, and this ship is just because I wanted to take up more space. The plot looks a little bit empty, so I just added a quick ship just facing the corner, diagonal, you know, that good stuff. And yeah, that was time to vote. So a quick shout out to a couple builds. I believe this is Money's build. This one's Spooky Brett's build. He used fill tool for his strategy. I don't remember whose this is. However, this build, I did want to point out that there's a very cool gradient. Like, this gradient looks very nice. And now the winner is Money. Money now has 3 points on the leaderboard. Brett has 2, and M3XO I guess also has 2. So good job guys, and now let's move into the next game. So with this theme we got Monster, which ties in perfectly because this game was before Halloween, so it tied in really perfectly with that period of time. So actually, I hope you guys had a great Halloween if you celebrate that. But besides this, it was time for me to build something that related to Monster. So I don't know how long you guys have been following my channel for, but a while ago I did a video with somebody called Charmpuff, whose name is now Kitty, I want to say? I don't remember her name. Anyway, she is a guild master of Leaf Nation, which is a great guild that you should totally join. But pretty much we built something called Godzilla, and you probably know what that is. But if you don't, Godzilla is a big black monster dinosaur thing, and it's pretty interesting. You guys, there's a ton of movies about it, so yeah, you guys can check that out. But my goal was to build a bigger and better Godzilla, and this time in a city. Now, I realized that black on black wasn't really going to allow me to see a lot, so I decided, yeah, let's change the floor to gray so I can actually see what I am building. But other than that, the entire build was just a lot of spam so that I could actually, you know, just build something as big as Godzilla is, because 10 minutes really isn't all that much, especially when you aren't able to use Pro Tools with an organic like this. Well, there is a way, but as I said, you gotta make that one video reach 50 likes before I can do that. So go check out my tutorial video about 20 tips on build battle or whatever it was called. Anyway, back to this build. So using quartz and stone, brick, and glass, I was able to create the buildings around Godzilla, and I feel like these buildings were pretty cool. And Godzilla has an interesting shape of the head, and I really don't think I did this shape correctly. The shape should be a very dinosaur-like and less protruding outwards kind of shape. It's more of a just relaxed, I am going to eat all of you until you guys die. That's an interesting way to phrase it, but yeah, it's just kind of that stuff. I also made the big spikes jut out of his back and used sea lanterns to light up the rest of the build. And with just a couple seconds left, I did manage to finish my Godzilla. So I'd like to show off these couple builds that are going on the screen right now. One similar to Frito Potato. Obviously we have Mike Wazowski. Awesome build. Okay, I wanted to bring up this one because this is a very cool use of the copy-paste style. And then, of course, you have my plot, which hopefully people liked, and clearly they did because it got legendary. But then you have Brett's insane, you know, just he just always exists, you know. But anyway, so in first place you have Brett, who is now up to 5 points. I am in second place for this round, so I get 2 points, and HB also gets 1 point, and of course the rest of the leaderboard stays the same. So for the third round, I decided, you know what, I really want to super vote this theme, steampunk, because it's just one of those themes that it's so cool to build. For example, I did this one steampunk build a while ago. You guys have seen this before if you've watched my videos, but yeah, I really like the style steampunk. It's just such a cool style to build, and it's really sad that people don't accept it as much. So super voting this, I know it was against the rules because I did specifically say don't super vote, but I really wanted to see what people would do with a theme that they didn't usually do, so hopefully they do forgive me for doing that. But otherwise, getting straight into the build, of course, super voting doesn't mean that I was going to win. I just wanted to see what they were going to do, and my idea was just doing some sort of a steampunk tower. And now, one very big thing about steampunk builds that, I believe her name is Elitero? Yeah, Elitero. She informed me at one point that steampunk builds are supposed to be much larger on the top and much smaller on the bottom. And having experimented with a steampunk project myself, I can say I thoroughly understand the concepts of steampunk builds, although I'm far from being very good at them. So I decided to just create this one sharpened roof, and I never realized, but these roofs actually take so long to build. So to anybody who actually puts the time in to build something like this, I respect you much more now. Anyway, I built one piece and then I built another one, and then I was gonna copy these roofs just across so that I could have, you know, just symmetrical things using copy paste to finish the build. And I felt like this was probably a very slow process, and I probably should have just done a different style of roof that was a lot faster to do. But you know what? It was worth the wait, because at the end of the day, this roof style did look pretty cool. I mean, I'll take it. It's a cool roof style, you know? I mean, when you paste it right, that is. But once I finished these roofs, there was just a big chunk in the middle, so I just filled this big middle area up with just more cyan terracotta, and then I fixed up this. Yeah, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a tower, a steampunk tower, because steampunk is a style of building. It's normally more associated with like gears and stuff like that and mechanical parts, but you know what? I'm happy with my build. So unfortunately, there's actually only one build that really does follow the steampunk style aside from mine, so that's the only build I could show you. And of course, what wins at the end is Shrek, as all things should be. So Big Lolface, the builder of this majestic Shrek, gets 3 points for coming first. Second place, Josh the Star gets 2 points, and I get 1 point for coming third, although debatably only 2 people got the steampunk, you know, that kind of style right. But you know what, I'm not gonna judge it. I tried my best to get people to build it, but you know, it's okay, so congratulations. I mean, Shrek is supposed to win at the end of the day anyway. But huge congratulations to OK Brett, or Spooky Brett, for coming in first with 5 points, myself and Money and Big Lolface for coming in second with 3 points as a 3-way tie, and Josh Star and Mexo, or M3XO, for coming in third with 2 points each. So if you want to get better at pro mode or build battle in general, be sure to check out my other tutorials. I have 5 relatively decent tutorials, especially the 20 tips to get better at build battle. I believe these are relatively useful and hopefully do improve after using those tutorials. And without further ado, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!